So I finally got my bottle of RASASI Hawas Fire in the mail. It actually came pretty quickly. I say finally, but I got the email that it was on the way and I had it within 4 days or so. So I want to tell you all about this fragrance. I want to tell you what it smells like, and I want to tell you right up front, it does not smell like the notes on Fragrantica. It does not smell like the fragrances people are saying it smells like on Fragrantica. It doesn't even smell like the notes that are listed on RASASIstore.com. But I do want to tell you what I believe it's inspired by or a clone of. I think it's not even that difficult to figure out what they were going for with this fragrance. So stay tuned, but before we get in, remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Why not give the like button a very fiery click if you like the video? And also let me know down in the comments, have you ordered this? Do you have yours yet? What do you think about it? Let's go ahead and begin. All right, so first off, I'll tell you, Fragrantica is no help, and that is often the case with a new fragrance, especially a Middle Eastern fragrance. It gives you notes on Fragrantica of, I believe, clary sage, jasmine, marine notes, mineral notes, and ambergris, I believe is what the note breakdown is. And that's incorrect. And even down at the bottom of the Fragrantica listing where it says this fragrance smells like, people are saying it smells like Acqua di Gio Profondo is a big one. Probably the one that it's most, people are saying that it smells like. And it doesn't. It doesn't smell at all like Acqua di Gio Profondo. It's a different style of fragrance. I think people just saw that note breakdown and they said, okay, mineral notes, marine notes, you've got some aromatics, it's Profondo, but it's not. Even if you go to RASASI store, you have that same note breakdown on part of the page that Fragrantica has the same note breakdown. And then at the top of the page, you have a totally different note breakdown. They give you notes of patchouli, amber, driftwood, musk in the top, orange blossom, cardamom, plum in the mid, and then apple, bergamot, lemon, and cinnamon in the base. I wonder if that's like the notes of the original Hawas or something. I don't know, but I think that's also not the right note breakdown for this fragrance, just based on what it smells like. And I've seen people online saying that this is supposed to be a blend of Eros and Dior Sauvage. I really do not think that that's what they were going for. I've even heard people say because of the bottle color, it's supposed to be an Eros Flame dupe. That is also not correct. And I'm not just trying to drag this out. I'm just saying there's a lot of misinformation out there that's not uncommon, with one of these Middle Eastern fragrances whenever they're new. So here's what I believe, and I think it's pretty clear what the fragrance is inspired by. RASASI Hawas Fire, I do believe, is a clone or at least a twist on a DNA. The original Hawas was a twist on Invictus/Invictus Aqua. Hawas Black is a Nishane Hasavat dupe. And then Ice, I don't know if it's a dupe, it's more of just an aromatic kind of fresh aquatic fragrance. This one is, I believe, a clone of a fragrance that I don't have the original of, but I have a fragrance that's supposed to be a pretty good inspiration of that fragrance. I'm talking about this one right here, REEF 33, which is actually a really, great smelling fragrance, pretty high quality, and it's inspired by Imperial Valley by Gisa. And so I believe Hawas Fire is actually also a dupe or at least a twist on Imperial Valley. Now, again, I have not smelled the original Imperial Valley, so I don't know how close REEF 33 is to that one, but from everything I see online and people who are comparing it to the original, this apparently smells quite a lot like Imperial Valley. And as soon as I sprayed Hawas Fire on, I was kind of running through the catalog in my head. It's got some citrus elements, it's got a little spice, it's sweet, it's got a little bit of kind of a weightier or darker undertones, maybe woods or something. And I'm like, You know, is this supposed to be like a Aventus Absolute, or is it, you know, maybe it's a similar kind of twist like our Moth Précieux 1? And then it just hit me like, oh, I know exactly what this smells like. It smells like REEF 33. And then I went and sprayed them on tester strips. And then shortly thereafter sprayed one on one arm, one on the other. That's what I'm wearing right now. And I think it's quite clear that this is supposed to be a dupe of Imperial Valley, or maybe a twist, because again, I haven't smelled the original. But let me tell you the notes that at least Imperial Valley actually has, because I think this fragrance, Hawas Fire, is something much closer to this note breakdown. In the top, you've got Sicilian bergamot, pink pepper, and Divana. And I will say that there is a citrus and spice in the opening and really throughout the fragrance that is very, very evident. And I think bergamot, pink pepper is probably what it is, or something like that. Maybe there's some lemon and orange and a different kind of pepper or some other spice, but it's that kind of, pink pepper's kind of, you know, almost sweet, spicy, and then bergamot's, you know, kind of a sweet citrus, not as tart as lemon, you know, so it seems like that's probably right. And it smells great. I mean, it's a really attractive fragrance. In the mid, you've got oud, white amber, rosemary, and then in the base, you've got leather, musk, Haitian vetiver. And now again, who knows if this has the exact same note breakdown, but I will tell you that woodiness and even the leather, you know, vetiver, oud, leather, there is without question something that is, you know, darker and drier in the base of this fragrance like that. I would have described it as sort of a spicy citrus woods fragrance with a good bit of sweetness. And it does actually have a good bit of sweetness. That's why I like REEF 33. If you watch my channel, you'll know I really like sweet fragrances, and I especially like sweet fragrances that work well in the spring and summer. You know, something that's not going to be cloying, but it's going to be attractive, it's going to get you compliments, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to have some sweetness. That's really my kind of fragrance for warm weather. I think you could wear this one all year round. I'm guessing that it's going to be a good performer. I've had it for all of about, you know, 5 hours now, so and I know it's still got plenty of strength 5 hours in, and so I'm guessing this is probably easily going to be a, you know, 8 to 10 to maybe even 12-hour fragrance. And that's what, like, Hawas Black is a monster. It's like 14-hour fragrance. I actually have a bottle of Hawas that performs quite well. It's easily an 8+ hour fragrance, maybe more like 10. So I expect that this one is going to perform well. It's a sweet citrus fragrance with some spice and some woods and leather. And so in the family of something, honestly, like an Aventus Absolute or an Moth Précieux, or even something like, you know, Nitro Platinum by Dumont, even though it doesn't smell like any of those fragrances, if you like that style of fragrances, bright, sweet, you know, some dark kind of woods leather in the base, with a little bit of spice. The spice is actually pretty evident, whether it's pink pepper or something else. That's the kind of fragrance that it is. I think people are going to like it. If you don't have Imperial Valley, or even there's a fragrance by Paris Corner, Khair, I believe it is, Khair, that's also a dupe of this fragrance that I know a lot of people picked up. If you already have that, if you already have REEF 33, you don't really need this one. But if you don't have a dupe of Imperial Valley or a twist, again, I'd have never smelled the original, but if you don't have something in that vein, then I think most people would like this. There's nothing really challenging about it. There's nothing, you know, yeah, there's nothing that people are going to smell and say, oh, I don't like that, that smells bad. It's attractive, and I think it will appeal to most people. But I haven't worn it out yet. I don't know if it gets compliments, but I know that REEF 33, generally I've had positive reactions to, and it's something that's pretty easy to wear, even though it's kind of unique. You know, it doesn't smell like a lot of the freshies out there. It's not just kind of an aquatic aromatic fragrance. Got a little sweetness and spice mixed in there, which is pretty cool. So anyway, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Thank you to Fragrance By for getting this out to me quick. I hope to be able to get this video out today to get it out to you guys quick. You can get it from Fragrance Buy down below. I'll leave a link. And just in general, Fragrance Buy tends to have the best prices on clone fragrances. I haven't even checked the price on this one yet, but often a new release like this is going to be more expensive, and then within a month or so, the price comes down. So anyway, check it out. If it sounds interesting to you, let me know your thoughts down below. Remember to subscribe and give that fiery click to the like button. I'm Justin. This is Sillage Scents.